How much money does Mr. Krabs make? He's broke. He ain't got no money.
If you were the richest person in your city, buy luxury cars, splurge on mansions, maybe dine at 5-star restaurants every night, well, Mr. Krabs has other plans. Despite being one of the wealthiest business owners in Bikini Bottom, his lifestyle doesn't exactly scream multimillionaire.
Nah, bro's a
we know he's
cheapskate.
obsessed with money.
Money! Hey, where are you going, beautiful?
He sleeps with it, bathes in it, and probably whispers sweet nothings to his beloved cash register.
This is the last robot, Squidward.
No! Not my cash register! I raised it myself. I got it when it was just a little calculator. No!
But here's the million-dollar question. Is Mr.
bad,
Krabs actually less rich than he lets on, or is he just constantly padding his wallet, no matter how full it already is? Let's start with the facts, or at least as much as SpongeBob SquarePants has bothered to give us. The Krusty Krab is undoubtedly the go-to eatery in Bikini Bottom. It's got the charm of a greasy spoon diner, paired with the inexplicable ability to draw lines out the door on a regular basis. Mr. Krabs runs the place with a tight grip on every penny, keeping costs as low as possible, and when I say low, I mean practically non-existent. SpongeBob, he's practically working for free, surviving on his passion for flipping patties.
That is true.
I know I've said this 90 times already, but I love Krabby Patties. I think that they are swell. They are the best. There's no contest. And I'm going to yell.
Bro's legs.
Squidward, his paycheck might as well be a collection of bad vibes.
Mr.
And
Krabs
don't
is
even
just
get me
like me,
started
for
on
real.
Mr. Krabs' creative
MJ, I don't think you need to be like Mr. Krabs, King.
approach to building maintenance. Despite this, the Krusty Krab thrives. It's consistently packed, especially whenever a new
That
gimmick
is
or
true.
marketing ploy comes into play. Remember the Pretty Patties fiasco from the Patty
Yo.
Hype episode?
See this?
I remember this
Right, Barry
episode.
Reef! That patty's spoiled!
Stop! Mr. Krabs, it's not tainted meat. It's
We all love
painted
money,
meat.
though. Not facts.
Pretty Patties, available in...
Nah, Mr. Krabs would have had to run me the fade if I was Patrick. No, facts.
designer colors.
Or when the Krusty Krab held a talent show and charged admission. Mr. Krabs knows how to squeeze every last cent out of his customers, and
Yeah,
he's
we
not
hear
shy
that
about
the
it.
fade.
Its
I ain't
secret
gonna lie,
formula
that's
is so
kinda crazy.
valuable that it's been the target of countless theft attempts by Plankton, Bikini Bottom's resident evil genius.
Yeah, baby! This is it! Yeah!
Mr. Krabs
I
guards
remember
that
that
recipe
episode, too.
like his life depends on it, and for good reason. It's the backbone of his entire empire. Without it, the Krusty Krab is just a sad little shack serving up soggy fries and lukewarm soda. Now, let's talk about the Krusty Krab's prime
Sounds like a lot of
location.
places.
It's nestled right in the heart of downtown Bikini Bottom, a strategic spot just a few minutes from Jellyfish Fields and Goo Lagoon. From the local bargain mart, it's about a 5-minute drive, and if you're coming from where SpongeBob lives, it's only a 7-minute walk. Plus, if we consider its monopoly on edible food in a world where Plankton's chum is the only competition, Mr. Krabs has struck gold, or at least a salty fried equivalent. I know some people are gonna comment there are other fast food joints in Bikini Bottom, like Weenie Hut
Yeah,
Juniors, but
yeah,
let's be honest, are
Weenie
they
Hut
as
Juniors.
popular as the Krusty Krab?
Nah.
Are any of these as packed with customers as the Krusty
Nah.
Krab is? The Krusty Krab is basically the king of restaurants in Bikini Bottom. And here's where things get actually weird. While the Krusty Krab appears to be
Krusty
wildly
Krabs is the
successful,
McDonald's
Mr.
of
Krabs' own lifestyle
life.
doesn't scream rolling in riches. Sure, he's got that giant vault of money he occasionally takes a swim in, Bill
Fuck
Gates style,
McDonald's.
but his home is a modest anchor, and he's constantly cutting corners.
I realistically have not had McDonald's in like almost 2 years. I'm not joking. McDonald's is so bad for you, bro. If y'all like really paid attention to like what these companies are like putting in these ingredients and shit, and like if you can't pronounce like half the shit, like genuinely do not and put it in your body because it's like really bad for you, bro. Krusty Krabs is McDonald's but worse, not facts.
If he's
At
so
least
wealthy,
McDonald's
why does he
kinda
still
tries.
reuse paper towels and charge his daughter Pearl for rent? Something doesn't
Their
quite
sweet
add
tea is
up.
goated.
And that's just the tip of the
Hey, it is-
iceberg,
it-
or
but it's
coral
crack,
reef
bro.
in this case.
They got
There's a
crack in
lot
that.
more to Mr. Krabs' finances than meets the eye, and it's time to dig even deeper into the clues,
Bruh, I'm gonna have to
contradictions,
get
and
some
conspiracies that keep fans guessing. To start, we know the Krusty Krab operates on a pretty intense schedule. Monday
Or
through
some
Thursday,
earbuds or
it's
something.
open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. On Fridays and
shorting out.
Saturdays, the hours stretch to 10 p.m., and Tuesday features that infamous late-night shift until 11 p.m. Sunday, closed, because even Mr. Krabs knows when to count his loot in peace. That's 82 hours a week, with Squidward and SpongeBob manning the operation nearly every moment. Now, let's
Damn.
talk customers.
Hell
Bikini Bottom
no.
has about
He not even
538
paying 'em.
residents, and a study, some very dedicated fans, suggests that around 21 regulars frequent the Krusty Krab. If each of them visits twice a week, that's 42 visits per week from regulars alone. Add in the rest of Bikini Bottom residents and a few curious tourists, and it's estimated that the Krusty Krab
Balls,
serves
bro, built
about
like chowder.
180 customers daily. Considering that each customer orders the regular
I'm pretty
Krabby
sure they
meal,
got paid
they
a
pay
nickel.
$3.50. So the daily
Wow,
revenue
bro, a
totals a
nickel.
solid $630.
L ads.
Multiply that by 6
I'll pause it for you, gang. They get paid a nickel a day. A nickel is not shit, my nigga. I mean, it adds up, but like, I guess a nickel a day. Damn.
operating days, and we're looking at about $3,780 per week. Now, here's where things get interesting. Payroll expenses for SpongeBob and Squidward are absurdly low.
What is this? You're making me pay you to stand at the...
They're quite literally getting paid 35 cents a week. 35 cents a week, my nigga. What is that gonna pay? I know his pineapple does not cost 35 cents.
cash register? What is the meaning of this? Have you gone off the...
Bro, is that the bills? Breathing is crazy. Breathing is $1. Talking is $5. Bro, existing is crazy. Lollygagging $2. Standing is $10, bro. That's
cash
actually
register?
insane.
What is the meaning of this? Have you gone off the deep end?
If we assume Mr.
Bro.
Krabs pays them the U.S. federal minimum wage
That's
of
criminal.
$7.25 an hour, and that's
Nah.
being generous, it costs
They get paid 35 cents a week, bro.
him $14.50 an hour for the two employees. Over the course of a week, wages amount to about $1,189. Subtracting wages, Mr. Krabs
Yo,
clears
what's good,
around
Fenris?
$2,591 in weekly profit, or $134,732 annually.
Appreciate
before we
you
even
for stopping
factor in
by,
food
gang.
costs, utilities, or the occasional destruction of the restaurant. But if we consider that many customers don't just buy the Krabby meal, and they
No,
also buy
facts.
seafoam soda
They
and
wish.
other items on the menu, Mr. Krabs could be easily making over $200,000 a year. And the Krusty Krab has been
Damn,
around
he
since
making some
1954,
bread.
according to in-universe lore, meaning Mr. Krabs has had decades to accumulate his fortune. Assuming he's
That
been
is true.
making this level of profit consistently and reinvesting wisely, it's plausible he's sitting on a net
Maybe. I was gonna say nah, but he is a cheapskate, so he probably is investing a hell of money. He probably
worth
got hella
between
bread.
$5 and $8.5 million. And if we stretch our imaginations to assume zero expenses, no wages, no food costs, and no taxes, Mr. Krabs could theoretically be the first billionaire of Bikini Bottom. But let's be real,
Yeah,
even the
nah.
most cunning crustacean
Yeah,
can't
nah.
dodge taxes forever. Now, let's factor in the legendary frugality
You
of
heard
Mr.
me.
Krabs. The man
Hold
is
up.
practically allergic to spending money.
The symbolism being the Krusty Krab is a lobster trap, and Mr. Krabs is a capitalist that is leading people to their independent doom. That's actually very true. Holy shit. Like, that's very true. And that's how most people in the U.S. is too. The capitalism, and to make people very fat, and to make people very unhealthy and very out of tune with themselves, out of vibration, you know what I'm saying, out of frequency. And that's no bueno. That's no bueno. Most people need to actually have like their spiritual awakening, or like find God, like real shit. So like once you do that, you'll start seeing some answers and start seeing some shit that lines up, you know what I'm saying. But it'll come.
What? Bravo! profit's down $3 from last month. I gotta start running a tighter ship around here.
He probably forces SpongeBob to use one ketchup packet for 100 burgers. And in the Big Pink Loser episode, we see him charging Patrick $50 an hour to work there. We can definitely say that his cost-cutting measures border on criminal genius, and yet the place stays in tip-top shape. Except, of course, when SpongeBob's antics destroy the roof for the 10th time.
Swing, boy, under. Swing the basket.
I looked it up and they do just get paid a nickel a day. Then they absolutely are getting scammed. They get paid 35 cents a week.
But wait, there's more. If you consider that the Krusty Krab's been around since 1954, based on clues from the
They get paid $1.20 a month. Federer, I'm sure he's cheating on me at 5 a.m.
Krusty Krab.
Nah, facts. Bro, my girl is literally in the bedroom sleep. I'm pretty sure she is sleep slumped and she I don't know how, bro. She literally sleeps through anything. I don't know how. I don't know how, but she's the most heaviest sleeper I've ever met. But like she's asleep right now. God rest her soul. I love her so much. But like if you hear me right now, I am so sorry.
Training video, Mr. Krabs has had decades to stack his treasure. If we assume he saved most of his profits, and let's face it, he probably only buys groceries when they're 90% off, his total wealth could be in the millions, possibly even billions. But here's
I
where
wouldn't say
things
Krabs
get
is a
fishy.
billionaire.
Despite all the money
I would say he's a
pouring in,
millionaire.
Mr. Krabs lives in a surprisingly modest anchor home. He doesn't
He wants to
flaunt
be
wealth
low-key.
like Squilliam Fancy Son, who owns yachts, islands, and probably a private ocean current. So why is Mr. Krabs
When's the
supposed
marriage
king of
stream?
cash still clipping coupons? Is
Shit, our 3 years is in like a couple of weeks. So about to hit that 3 years, know what I'm saying? Big three. Serious moment.
it frugality, a secret tax
Yo,
evasion
appreciate you
scheme,
for the
or
follow,
maybe
FedRest,
just
W-Mans,
maybe he's hiding
W-Mans.
a massive underwater vault
Shout
somewhere
out to
filled
FedRest.
with gold doubloons. And don't even get me
Shout out that nigga FedRest, man.
started on the Krabby Patty formula. Some fans speculate that it's addictive, which explains why Bikini Bottom citizens can't get enough. If that's true, the Krusty Krab is the pharmaceutical powerhouse of the ocean.
Oh
But
my
hey, that's just a theory.
He
Though
just, like,
it would
shoved the
explain
meat
why
all down
Plankton's
her
been
throat, bro.
trying to steal the recipe
Pause.
for over 2 decades. But coming back to our topic, let's talk about his lifestyle. What does it say about his wealth? In my
They get $18.25 a year. Yo, that's robbery, bro. Imagine getting paid $18.25 a year, bro. That's sick work.
my
That's
opinion, if
disgusting
Mr.
work.
Krabs were a real-world tycoon, he'd be the guy driving a 1995 Toyota Corolla while secretly
Wait, hold up. Did we break it? We broke the longest streak! Longest stream, chat! Longest stream! We did it! We did it! 4 hours and 9 minutes. W's. W. Alright, my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt the video like that.
owning a chain of luxury hotels. For someone who's arguably one of the richest crabs in Bikini Bottom, his lifestyle screams tight budget. His home is an old anchor, rusty, cozy, and definitely not
Damn. Why is my camera so big? What the fuck? Hold up. Bro, why didn't y'all say something? Why didn't y'all Damn. Why didn't y'all say something? My fault? Shit. My fault, gang. I thought I was a little bit smaller.
not what you'd expect for a guy who is a thriving business. It's almost as if Mr. Krabs is a billionaire in hiding. He's hoarding his wealth somewhere far away.
It was
from
a
the
little
tax
bit too
collectors of
big. It
Bikini
just looked a little
Bottom.
bit too big.
In the
Pause.
episode Clams, he reveals he has $1 million stash just sitting around. That's right.
Congratulations, sir! You have just given me my $1 millionth.
And what about his vault? Oh yes,
it's
in
confirmed
Money
he's a
Talks,
millionaire.
we see Mr. Krabs rolling around in his private stash of cash and jewels hidden beneath the Krusty Krab. It's the kind of setup that would make Elon Musk jealous. This stash hints at a much larger fortune than what's apparent from his day-to-day life. The real question is, how did he earn it all? It can't just be Krabby.
Okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this nigga actually might be a billionaire. Cause think about it, this nigga's been running the Krusty Krab since like 1999, all the way until now, bro. But like, if we're not like counting like real time, you know what I'm saying? And if we're counting like SpongeBob years, which we don't know what timeline they're in right now, so let's just say they're like 10 years deep doing the Krusty Krabs. I'd say he's probably close. I say he's damn near close. And he's paying his employees $18.25 a year. Yeah, that too. He's scamming his employees. So like, I mean, and he ain't got to worry about taxes and all that. Might actually be a billionaire. I don't know. I take back my previous statement.
Patties. Could he have a side hustle? Black market anchovies, maybe? Then there's his obsession with
Black
financial
market
security.
anchovies
Mr.
is
Krabs has
crazy.
been known to cut corners on everything. Remember when he turned the Krusty Krab into a hotel in the episode Krusty
Rothschild.
Towers, Mrs. Puff, You're Fired? He was literally charging extra for basic amenities like towels. It's clear Mr. Krabs knows the value of a dollar, so much so that he's willing to nickel and dime his way to even greater wealth. Despite all this, Mr. Krabs doesn't flaunt his fortune like you'd expect from a mogul. Unlike Squilliam
Bro,
Fancy
what was
Son,
that
who's the
picture
very
of
definition of
SpongeBob,
new
bro?
money, Mr.
They had
Krabs
him looking
remains
like a
relatively
pimp.
grounded. Maybe it's his
had
military
him looking like a
background.
pimp
He's a
named
veteran
Slip
after
Bag.
all. Or perhaps he simply enjoys watching his bank balance grow more than he does spending it. Either way, his lifestyle remains an intriguing paradox. But again, Mr. Krabs' frugal lifestyle and his love for hoarding cash are only part of the story. When you consider everything he
Damn.
owns, from his business empire to that old anchor he calls home, it begs the question, just how much is Mr.
Oh
Krabs
my,
really
he
worth?
be really
I
licking
mean,
his
his
money.
net
That's
worth isn't
crazy.
just about cash stuffed into a vault. It
You know how
includes
many
his
people have
property,
touched that with them
business,
coins,
and
my guy?
yes, even his quirky home, which is literally a massive anchor. In the real world, anchors are typically made of cast steel, with additional components like the fittings and shanks forged from steel for strength and durability. While anchors come in many sizes, their weights range dramatically,
Oh my.
from smaller 30-pound wearing
That looked
anchors
crazy.
to the 30,000-pound behemoths used by aircraft carriers. Judging by the size of Mr. Krabs' anchor relative to Bikini Bottom's buildings, it's safe to assume his home weighs somewhere in the ballpark of 10,000 to 20,000 pounds, making it comparable to anchors used for medium-sized vessels. Since the prices keep changing, we will stick to the most accurate number we currently have. According to Statista, the average price of scrap iron and steel in the United States was approximately $313 per metric ton in 2023. With this in mind, we can calculate the potential scrap value of Mr.
Okay.
Krabs' anchor home.
Oh, we're gonna
Look, I think something's happened to us.
Freakier Friday. Oh my goodness! They rebooted it.
10,000
I don't
pounds
care.
equals 4.4 metric tons, $1,420. 20,000 pounds equals 9.07 metric tons, $2,840. So if Mr. Krabs ever fell on hard times and needed to sell his
Plankton.
anchor for scrap, it would fetch
Plankton.
somewhere between $1,400 and $2,800. However, as a livable home, the anchor is worth far more. It sits in a prime location, just a short walk from the Krusty Krab and the Bargain Mart, and is likely considered a desirable neighborhood in Bikini Bottom. Adjusting for the area's unique housing market, it's reasonable to
Bikini
estimate that Mr. Krabs' anchor would be valued between $150,000 and $250,000 as real estate. Again, these are assumed numbers, but we can definitely say that I am going with realistic assumptions. For perspective, the largest real-world anchors, like those on aircraft carriers, weigh over 30,000 pounds and are attached to chains that stretch 1,400 feet. If Mr. Krabs' anchor approaches the 20,000-pound range, it's clear he's living in something monumental by both
Yeah.
underwater and human standards. At the same time, we have concluded that his restaurant pulls in an estimated annual revenue of $200,000. Small restaurants like this typically sell for $2 to 3 times their annual profits, putting the Krusty Krab's market value at $400,000 to $600,000.
Ooh,
Its
that boy getting that
location adds
money.
another layer of value. Nestled in downtown Bikini Bottom, it benefits from high foot traffic and little competition since Chum Bucket cuisine isn't exactly a threat. So the Krusty Krab could command a premium price, possibly pushing its valuation
Poor
toward
Plankton,
the
bro.
higher end of that range. In addition to tangible assets, Mr. Krabs also has a stash of $1 million in cold hard cash. Combine that with his decades of business profits and frugal lifestyle, and it's reasonable to estimate he has at least another $3 to $5 million in savings or investments.
Most
When you
likely,
add it all
yeah.
up, here's where Mr. Krabs' net worth stands. Anchor home, $150,000 to $250,000. Krusty Krab business, $400,000 to $600,000. Liquid cash in vault, $3.5 to $6 million.
Oh my.
Other investments and hidden assets, $500,000 to $1 million. That brings his total estimated net worth to $4.5 million to $7.85 million.
Like I said in the start of the video, I knew that he was not probably gonna be a billionaire, but the fact that he is $7 million rich and is paying his employees 35 cents a week is ridiculous. Or a day. My bad. 25 cents a day. 25 cents a day. Or no. They're making 35 cents a week, right? They make $1.50 in a month. They make $18.25 a year. So he is scamming his employees. And he has $7.8 million. That is ridiculous. 5 cents a day. Krabs, man.
Not bad for someone who reuses napkins and charges his daughter rent. And if we were to tax Mr. Krabs'
forgot
home
he
and
does
assets
that,
like we do in the
bruh.
real world, he'd face property taxes on the anchor and business taxes on the Krusty Krab.
Yup.
With Bikini Bottom's likely low-tax economy, these could cost him a modest $10,000 to $15,000
He probably don't
annually.
even have
So
taxes.
what do you think? Is Mr. Krabs a financial genius or just a lucky crustacean? Do you believe he's hiding secrets behind that cash-filled safe? Or is his wealth exactly what it seems? And most importantly, could the Krusty Krab survive outside of Bikini Bottom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until
I don't know. That's actually a really good question to like kind of close it out. Like, would they survive outside of Bikini Bottom? I would say so. I mean, SpongeBob has too much passion for his job, so like I would say like why not? You know, it just wouldn't make sense. But W video, who it was MJ that sent that? I know it was MJ that sent that. Had to be. It had to be MJ. I knew it was MJ. WMJ. Appreciate you, gang. 4 hours and 18 minutes. It's cause Chum Bucket serves Reggie. Them motherfuckers is straight down the garbage. Down the way. $1.50. $1.50 a month, $18.25 a year, and 30 cents a week, bro. That is criminal. Bro needs to be locked up immediately. Bro needs to be absolutely locked up for that. That's crazy. Nah, bro. If I'm Squidward, we gotta have a little talk. We gonna have to have more than a little talk. We gonna have to have some. We gonna have to have some hands. Cause you know what I'm saying. Listen, I know Squidward testicle is not gonna be working all them damn hours. Just 85 hours, just to be getting paid $18.25 a year. How are they even still working there, bro? SpongeBob is doing it out of the love for the game, bro. Like I told you, he's doing it for the love of the game. He loves the Krusty Krab, bro. He loves making the Krabby Patties and all that. But Squidward, what are you still doing there, my guy? You need to get out. what is happening, bro? Go work at the Chum Bucket. You might get a raise, bro. Who knows? You might get paid $2 over there. That is a big change for you, my guy. I don't know how they are affording their cribs though. Like, how much is rent in Bikini Bottom? And like, how can I get there? Like, as soon as possible, please. No, it's fine. Bro. No, I'm tired as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I need to get off here. Because, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot to do tomorrow. So, I'm about to hop off here. I hope everybody in here has enjoyed